Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am excited this week, and Matt knows why, because the first college football playoff ranking came out, I think it was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I could not be happier. The committee.
Well, no, you could be. You could be 3 or 2 or 1.
The committee did not do a full Tropic Thunder. To quote Robert Downey Jr., I'm not going to say the quote because it's offensive to some people, but you all know what I'm talking about. They put Penn State ahead of Clemson like they damn well deserved. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you, committee, for not being stupid.
But when Clemson goes undefeated this year, they're just going to kick Penn State right out.
Clemson being undefeated is like come on.
And then if Baylor goes undefeated, what's going to happen if someone from all 5 Power 5s goes undefeated? What are they going to do? I think they keep Baylor out. No, wait, no. Pac-12
Big 12. Big 12 can't possibly have an undefeated. Oh, wait, Baylor. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Pac-12 can't.
Pac-12 My bad.
Pac-12 did not have a undefeated team coming out of September.
Yeah.
That is sad. But
still, I think if Baylor runs the table and beats Oklahoma twice, they would get in.
Baylor's not going to beat Oklahoma twice.
I didn't say they would. I said if they did.
But you never know. Kansas State beat Oklahoma.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
And Minnesota's going to beat Penn State. So
let's stop. Minnesota got demoted by 4 spots in the college football playoff ranking than they were in the AP poll.
Yeah.
That just tells you.
Do you agree with me that on the off chance that they beat you this week, they'll jump to like 5?
Top 6. They'll definitely be in top 6. I don't know if they would be number 5. Because 5 is a spot reserved for that would be
the Oregon. Next one in, yeah. The next one in.
That would be Oregon, in my opinion, who would get that number 5 spot, because then Clemson would be bumped up.
Yes.
Alabama, I think this week Penn State has a chance to move up.
Oh no, you're going to move up.
Yeah, because Alabama.
If you win.
Okay, here's the thing. If LSU loses, all right, that's a very good loss for LSU. LSU still very much has a chance to get into the college football playoff, because they're the road team, right? They're a road team going against Alabama. That still bodes well for them, as well as with their impressive schedule. If Alabama loses, they're the home team if they have a healthy Tua. This is only if they have a healthy Tua, because I hope they do, by the way, because that would just create so much chaos, because then LSU is going to win, and then the committee will be like, well, they didn't have Tua when they lost LSU. And
if Alabama loses without Tua this week and Penn State loses to Ohio State, Penn State is eliminated over Alabama, and I think you know
Absolutely. That. Absolutely. I definitely know that, because the committee is going to give Alabama the benefit of the doubt. Because
I think even with a loss with Tua, they would. Because they
don't think so, actually. I think, okay, first of all, if Clemson stumbles at all,
they're done. They're done.
They're done. They're absolutely done. And Penn State and Alabama and then the playoff stays as is. Because I can't see anybody else getting in.
I think the only thing I would say is, because Oregon's going to have to play Utah, they may jump you. That's the only thing I would say. Or if some weird things happen where Oklahoma moves up.
Yes, and Oregon's had a couple of close calls. They just had a close call with Wazoo. I mean, come on. And if Utah wins, Oregon's out, and Utah's not getting in. Because let's say, has Utah played Oregon in the regular season yet?
They will play them in the championship.
They don't play in the regular season, though?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I was going to say, because if Utah wins and then Oregon wins, then they're both.
They would knock each other out.
Yeah. But I think because Oregon, Joel Klatt has been saying this a lot this week, because no team has ever gone 10-0 in their conference and won the conference championship. If Oregon does that, because if Oregon wins the conference championship and wins out, they would be the first team in the college football playoff era to do that. And I think the committee will look at that, because they still have an impressive loss, because Auburn looks great right now.
Yeah. And they should have won that game. They should be undefeated. They should be undefeated.
They trailed for 9 seconds in that game.
Yeah.
And that was the final 9 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were injury ridden. I think all of their receivers were out.
Yeah, they were missing 3 or 4. So it bodes. Yeah. Oregon has a good chance to get in, I think.
Oregon is the one team I'm legitimately scared of.
Besides Minnesota.
Shut up. Okay. We need to keep a competitive game with Ohio State. I don't think we'll beat Ohio State. It would, first of all, it'd be effing great if we beat Ohio State.
If you beat Ohio State, I will personally call you and apologize to you.
For everything you've ever said about Penn State.
If you lose any other game, that deal's off.
Well, yeah, we shouldn't lose any other game. First of all,
Those
it's Minnesota.
those Gophers are quite golden.
Oh my God, Minnesota. It's Minnesota, then Indiana, okay, and then Ohio State, and then it's and then it's Rutgers.
Why do you guys play Rutgers your rivalry weekend and Michigan State plays Maryland? Why did we change that?
I don't know why.
Because before your time, we used to play Penn State every year. That was our rivalry week.
Yeah, but I feel like who do you guys play rivalry week?
Maryland. Let Maryland play Rutgers.
We would have more of a chance of playing Maryland because we have somewhat of a rivalry with Maryland.
Yeah, but you have more of a rivalry with us.
Yeah, I hate that Penn State doesn't have like a definitive rival. No, over the past couple of years, it's been Ohio State. We have hated Ohio State.
Well, yeah.
Because we've been so close with them through the past couple of games throughout the years. Because last year was so close. The year before that, it was so close.
I believe last year came down to a 4th and 5.
It did, and then the year before that, it came down to a 4th down. It was a 1-point game. It was ridiculous. Anyway.
Isn't it great when your number one rival isn't even you're not even their number one rival?
Well, okay, but Ohio State, Michigan is like the biggest rivalry.
Yeah.
So that's like comparing any baseball rivalry to Red Sox Yankees. Like you can't do that because it's the best rivalry in baseball, in sports actually, in my opinion.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say it's the most impressive rivalry in sports, most fun to watch. All right. College football though, rankings came out. I'm impressed with how the committee did it this year. They really they didn't lean too far. Over the past couple of years, I feel like they've leaned too much towards the eye test and not towards strength of schedule, which was a big reason why I was pissed when they didn't put Penn State in a couple of years ago because of the eye test they put in Ohio State, even though we beat Ohio State and won the Big Ten. Even though that was 3 years ago, I'm still on that. Every Penn Stater is still on that because that's
I really hope you don't make the playoffs because then I have literally nothing over you now.
Exactly. We would have a playoff berth. In the most unlikely of seasons, we would have a playoff berth because Joel Klatt didn't even have us in his top 25 to start the season, which was incredibly disrespectful. He's apologized for it, but still, it's very disrespectful. We were 14 to start the season, and he didn't have us in his top 25 teams.
I don't blame him. Franklin's not a good coach.
Okay, how's your coach doing, Matt?
Izzo's good.
Yeah.
We lost to Kentucky. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
No, I was expecting that. We always lose these games.
You're the one. You were the best team in the nation for one day,
and I expected it to last one day.
Yeah. You really thought Kentucky was going to beat you?
Yeah. Jake, do you remember? I think it was last year or 2 years ago where I told you, like, whenever we would have a game where we were going to lose, I told you that day we're not winning this game, and they would lose. Yeah, I know that basketball team better than I know the football team. I know that basketball team better than any other team. I know when they're about to disappoint me.
Who'd they lose to last year? They lost to Texas Tech, right?
In the Final Four, yeah.
Oh, my God. Michigan, you just cannot rely on Michigan State in the NCAA tournament.
Nope.
You can't do it. Speaking of NCAA, we're getting the video game back.
Yeah, I know.
NCAA football is coming back. I don't know when it will come back. I think a couple years. Do you think it'll be when that fair pay act?
Well, the NCAA has to reach an agreement with EA.
Okay.
So
which is going to happen.
It's whenever that happens.
Which will happen.
Well, they already said what they're going to put on the cover.
Who are they going to put on the cover?
Lewerke.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Do you remember when Sparty was on the cover though? Like, do you remember that?
I do.
I think I still have that one.
That was stupid. He's the
best mascot.
Okay.
Besides the Oregon Duck.
Okay. Our Nittany Lion will have something else to say about that. All right?
And I don't care what he would have to say. That is wrong.
Shut up.
The Nittany Lion is just a pajama onesie with a mask.
No, that is
so true.
Correct.
That is so true.
Correct. All right, but shut up. All right.
Sparty is a work of art. He's one of those good mascots that actually has
Our mascot's so good he doesn't even have a name. We just call him the Nittany Lion.
Yeah, it's because he's trash.
No, he's not trash. All right, your team is trash.
Does the Nittany Lion one-handed
playoffs? Yes, he does actually.
But you have to compare the caliber of suit. The Sparty suit weighs easily 20 pounds more than the Nittany Lion suit.
No, the head just does. It's just the head.
It's the entire thing. Sparty's jacked.
Oh my God.
He is.
We are not talking about a mascot right now. Shut the hell up. They need to. I hope they bring out mascot mode though in NCAA when it comes out. That was fun. That was awesome.
I always used to play as the West Virginia Mountaineer for some reason. I always just thought he was faster.
I mean, yeah. Don't disrespect my Nittany Lion like that though, because the lightness of the suit contributes, the speed factor.
My school got rid of their mascot. Do you remember when my school got rid of their mascot 2 years ago?
Because it was offensive.
Christian violence. That's what we promoted. Christian violence. Yeah.
Why? What was your?
It was a Crusader.
Oh my God, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
So what's your mascot now?
We don't have one. Our logo is just a shield.
I know. You can't just not have one, but apparently Holy Cross can. All right, let's get back into college football talk. But yeah, I'm really happy that the committee didn't lead towards the eye test too much, didn't lead towards, because the eye test is such BS in my opinion, unless it's completely like you can see that this team is better, right? That's the only time when I would say, okay, you need to take eye test into account. Like if there's 6 teams that are completely viable for the playoff, okay, then you say eye test. Let's go to eye test. But if it's like there's clearly a team that should be in, but you're going to say, even though they beat that team's kind of better, so let's just put them in. That is BS because of head-to-head, they beat them. So stop. And that is I am completely talking about 2016 when Penn State was left out. I hope you know that.
Are you done rambling on?
I'm done. But I will never let that go unless we get into the playoffs this year. Then I'll let it go. Probably not, actually. But other than that, nothing really eventful in college football this week. Clemson beat Wofford. Good for them. Let's just give a round of applause to Clemson for that. Good
Michigan
job.
State didn't lose.
Who'd you guys play?
Nobody. That's why we didn't lose.
Oh, okay. Good job. I think you actually did lose to your bye week.
Honestly, we probably got like 3 injuries over the week. So I'm so done.
Oh my goodness.
This happens every year, and you know this better than anyone. I get so ready in August, and then by October, I'm just like, I'm done. Just give us the Pinstripe Bowl. We're getting the Pinstripe Bowl.
Hey, we had the Pinstripe Bowl with Hackenberg. All right, take it and enjoy it. Breathe it in. All right. You can go see it though. It's right there.
I'm aware.
I don't know if you want to go see it because you're probably going to lose to whatever team
we're supposed to play Pitt. We're definitely going to lose.
Oh,
Narduzzi's going to beat his old team. And he's going to laugh.
Oh, shoot. That's going to be fun to watch, though. That's the one time I'll root for Pitt. That's the one time ever that I will ever root for Pitt.
So you're a Pitt fan?
No. I just hate Michigan State that much.
That much more?
Yeah.
I fully understand where you're coming from because I hate Penn State just that much more.
Absolutely. Exactly.
Like, I actually said to my parents when you guys played Michigan, if Michigan won, I wouldn't be too upset.
Oh, really? I thought we'd be on the same playing field when we played Michigan.
No,
I'm happy that we beat Michigan.
No, it was a win-win. But, if Michigan would have won, I wouldn't be upset.
Wow. That's insulting because I know how much you hate Michigan.
Yeah.
And the only reason you hate Penn State this much is because I go here.
Absolutely.
That is the only reason, and I know that. That's the only reason you hate Penn State that much. Because you didn't give two what's about them before I came here. Because they were nothing. They were still under the allegations, and they were nothing. And you're frozen right now.
Horrible. So.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's move on to the NFL. Oh, wait. For NFL. Heisman rankings. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh, you forgot about those, Matt?
Did.
Forgot about those?
I did.
Wow. For the most part, actually.
Didn't Ohio State, Oklahoma, and LSU all have bye weeks last week?
We did. So can we just say
that's why I forgot about it, because no one played.
All right. Let's just say the Heisman rankings are the same, because the teams that are literally in our Heisman rankings, the only teams that are in there had bye weeks this week. Yeah. So let's just call them the same. So I'll repeat them if we need to. Because nothing happened to move anybody up or move anybody down. All right. I had Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Chase Young, and Jalen Hurts. Who did you have?
I had Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Chase Young. Or did I have Jalen Hurts, Chase Young, Joe Burrow, and Justin Fields? I think that's what it was.
That's what you had. All right. So those are going to stay the same because none of those teams played this week. So that's fine. All right. NFL.
Nothing happened really, besides the Cats.
Nothing happened. One thing did happen. The
What happened?
Patriots have been taken down as the second undefeated team in
as
football.
I predicted,
Oh my God.
and
Yeah.
I predicted this with such vigor that
With vigor, you said a team name with such a vigor. Good job,
yes.
Matt. Yeah.
Well, because I go to school in Massachusetts, so I have to remind everyone that, hey, your team hasn't played anyone.
Yeah.
So
They're
playing a real team.
They had the Alabama effect. They haven't played anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Alabama fan. It's the typical Alabama fan. We're the best team in the nation. You guys haven't played anybody, but we're still good. It's like
the Citadel.
The Citadel. I will bring that up to Alabama fans. First of all, if Alabama fans can even remember the Citadel, because I know that's past their memory. I know that's like 2 years ago. It's like, oh,
Don't they play them every year, though?
Yeah, because Nick Saban has been better with scheduling better games, and now Alabama does have tougher games coming up.
Yeah.
In the future.
Did you hear that Ohio State and Georgia made an agreement?
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good series right there.
Yeah.
The Penn State Pitt series is done, so that was
But that will come back up again eventually.
It will, but right as
they do not play the Citadel this year. I am hurt.
Wow.
They play West Carolina instead.
Oh, there's a West Carolina?
Yes.
The only reason I knew there was an East Carolina was because
David Johnson, Carolina, right?
No, that was Northern Illinois. Jesus, man.
They're all purple and yellow.
The only reason I knew there was an East Carolina was because of Josh Norman, who I think went there, or did he go to Coastal Carolina? Which one's the one that won the College World Series last year? That was Coastal Carolina. Or was that East Carolina? No, East Carolina beat us in the Barstool Bar Off or whatever the hell it was last year, and we were pissed about that, but that's besides the point. I know you don't know what that is, but that's fine.
Yes, I did, because we beat you guys first, and then you complained, and then they gave it to you.
Yeah, because it was BS.
No, I disagree.
I forget what the allegations were, but it was that. Oh, you guys were buying likes. That's what happened. It was proven. You guys bought likes. They literally pulled it up. Like somebody had blatant proof that you did. That's what happened. So go take your bought likes that Michigan State needs.
We need help, man.
Do you have any bars in Holy Cross?
You have to go downtown.
Oh yeah, you have to go downtown here too. But like, you can't have a bar on a college campus, Matt. That's not.
Well, but like the thing, like you have to go into the city though. Like we're outside the city.
What city?
Worcester. Second largest city in New England.
Is that the one spelled Worcester, but they pronounce it
Worcester? Worcester.
Okay. So they pronounce it Worcester.
Yeah.
It's freaking Bostonians. I don't know.
I know, man.
The words. I don't know.
They'll never let you forget that they won the World Series last year. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And then I'm just like 27 rings.
True. Good. Remind them of that. Also, 84 years before they ever won a World Series again. You can remind them of that one, too. All right. Moving on. NFL, nothing really eventful besides the Patriots finally going down to the Baltimore Ravens, as Matt did predict. I'm going to give him credit on that one. When we get to our picks, it was a very weird week. I had some bad picks.
You picked who did the Panthers play that you didn't pick?
I don't know who the Panthers. Oh, Panthers played the Titans. I did pick the Titans.
You picked the Jaguars. You picked the Lions over the Raiders. I told you don't bet the Lions.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, the one time I went against my boy Johnny Gruden. The one time I went against John Gruden, he has to pull this crap out. All right, John Gruden, I love you, and I'm not going to yell at you because I'm sorry, because the Blue Bonnet Bowl was just too good of a comment that I can't be mad at you ever again. All right. They need to bring the Blue Bonnet Bowl back, by the way. I think that has to happen.
No,
right?
They really don't.
Yes, they do. You would probably get that. You get the Blue Bonnet Bowl.
Holy Cross could get the Blue Bonnet Bowl.
You could. Didn't you guys? What top 25 team did you play in basketball this week?
Maryland.
You played Maryland. You got clapped by Maryland. So you guys have a decent basketball team, though, right? Because you guys got into March Madness a couple years ago.
Yeah. Remember when we were up against Michigan at the half last year in basketball, and everyone on campus was like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna beat Michigan," and I was like, "No."
We beat number 6 Virginia Tech. Penn State beat number 6 Virginia Tech at the BJC last year.
Oh.
In Penn State.
Who cares? How'd you do in the tournament?
The 50 fans that were at the game stormed
How'd
the
you
court.
do in the tournament?
We haven't made the tournament in 8 years, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
8 years. 8 years. But we did win the
I would like to say, Holy Cross has a better record than the Michigan State Spartans. I can brag about this.
Wait. But Michigan State's played one game.
No. Football.
Oh. Yes, but Matt, you're not even Division 1.
I know, but I could Patriot League. I could take the cake.
Aren't you Division 1 AA?
Yeah, or something stupid like that.
Or are you Division 2?
I don't know. All I know is that Syracuse beat us 41-3, and that basically tells us how good we are.
Because Syracuse sucks.
Yeah.
There you go.
All
there you go.
So, yeah, uneventful week in the NFL.
Yes.
Nothing really happened.
I had a little bit of a scare with going to overtime against the freaking Buccaneers. But Russell Wilson, you know what? I'm glad it happened. I am glad it happened. You know why? Because Russell Wilson further cemented his MVP case.
And that is why the NFL Network did not put him in the MVP photo that they put out yesterday.
They had
had Kirk Cousins in the photo, which I agree with. But
no.
Not over Russell Wilson.
Shut up. They had, come on. The people they had in that photo was so sad. It was like, oh my God.
I don't know why they have Stafford in there.
They had Stafford in there. No, Stafford's been playing very well this year, but he just has a you know what.
You're gonna have Dak in there? I don't think
that's disrespectful. That was downright disrespectful.
Michael Thomas is having a great year, but I don't think he should be in this conversation.
No, he shouldn't be. I'm glad. I am glad the Seahawks went to overtime with the Buccaneers because Russell Wilson threw 350 yards plus 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns.
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll count them like an Alabama fan. 1.
All right, come on. Let's just move on. You've made your point.
I know. Sorry, I just can't. All right. The Browns lost to the Broncos. Can we talk about that for a second?
Every time I change my pick on this podcast, it's wrong.
So fun. I almost had you switch to the Jaguars too last week because you didn't know JJ Watt was out. You forgot.
Yeah, but I was like, no.
You did stick with it. You did stick with it, and I'm very mad at you for that because that was BS.
Yeah, because then it would be tied. Then we'd be tied instead of me having a 2-game lead over Jake. I repeat, I have a 2-game lead over Jake.
I had what was my biggest lead so far? I think it was like
5
8 games.
It was 5 games.
5 games.
And you blew it.
I blew a 5-game lead.
Yeah.
Blew a 5-game. You're used to blowing leads, Matt. You know what that's like. All right. So yeah, nothing really eventful with the NFL. We're actually going to talk about the NFL in this next segment in second take. So before the season, just as we did our bowl predictions, we made our award predictions for the NFL and we made our playoff predictions for the NFL. Those have since been completely just pounded into the ground, just like stepped on a couple times, just thrown in the trash, burned, the trash can burned. We were wrong, like dead wrong. Matt, to show you how wrong we were, Matthew Luca over here actually chose Andrew Luck to be the MVP of the league, which, Matt, I have to tell you, he still could be. He has not thrown a single pick all year, which is a very solid MVP case. I think it was like a week after we made those picks, Andrew Luck announced his retirement.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, it was like right there. And all I remember is you texting me in all caps, expletive after expletive after expletive. Like, I just made him my MVP pick. Funny stuff. All right. So we're going to start out with our AFC playoff predictions. Matt, why don't you take us through your seeds there?
Well, do you have all 6 seeds, and then how are you going this round by round, or go AFC Championship, then Super Bowl? Is that how you're doing it?
I didn't do AFC Championship or the Super Bowl.
Well,
I didn't do. Do you want me to do that? Do you want me to do that?
That's what we were doing.
All right, go ahead, do it. Do it, Matt. Do what you want.
So at the 1 seed, I have the Patriots. Yay. At the 2 seed, I have the Baltimore Ravens because I think they will be, obviously, because I have them there, and I just think that they're going to be better than the 3 team, which is the Kansas City Chiefs. Because the Chiefs look kind of spotty this year. I think you could agree with that. They look kind of spotty.
Yeah. They haven't had Patrick Mahomes, though, for a couple weeks, so that's all right.
At the 4, I'm going to have the Houston Texans.
Houston Texans.
Texans.
Okay. Very, very Very interesting.
5 seed, I have the Indianapolis Colts, and the 6 seed, I have the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills. Okay.
In the AFC Championship, I have the Ravens versus the Patriots.
Okay, so you have your 1 and 2. You have your chalk. You chalk. That's stupid.
I didn't chalk in the NFC.
You didn't chalk in the NFC. If there's a certain team, specifically a certain quarterback in that NFC Championship game, I'm going to go off on you.
You knew Danny Dimes was in there?
I honestly would not be surprised if it was.
All right. Are you doing AFC or do you want me to do NFC first?
I'm going to do my AFC, then you can do your NFC. Okay, so I have a very similar AFC playoff rankings. So I have the Patriots as 1, Ravens at 2. So we have the same 2 teams with a bye. Then I have the Chiefs at the 3 seed. They have been looking a little spotty, but they get Patrick Mahomes. I believe he's going to be playing this week. So he's coming back. Their defense has been absolutely atrocious, but they did just have a very good one against the Vikings. So that was pretty good, especially with their backup quarterback, Matt Moore, who actually played pretty well. But they're getting Patrick Mahomes back, so I think that'll be good for them. 4, I have the Texans. I know they have a decimated team with J.J. Watt out, but I still think that with their linebackers, and they still have a pretty good defensive line without J.J. Watt, and Deshaun Watson is just otherworldly as a quarterback. He's one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to be in there. I have the Colts at 5, which have Kobe Brisket leading them to the playoffs without Andrew Luck. And then I do also have the Bills at 6 because that team is just they're sneakily like 6-2.
And who else are we going to put in there?
Exactly. And the Bills, listen, they have one of the best defenses in the NFL, and Josh Allen has actually looked pretty good this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, Matt, why don't you give us your NFC playoff picture?
Okay. So, I have the Saints as my 1 seed. I do think that this team is the best team in football.
Okay.
Because I just don't think the 49ers are that great, as you could tell with my Seahawks as the 2 seed.
Really? Now that's a pick I like. Now that's a pick I like.
I think that Russell Wilson's going to blow his ACL in Week 17.
Oh, my God.
But
he's not going to play in Week 17.
Never know. If they're fighting for that first-round bye, he'll play.
Oh, yeah, he'll play.
Yeah, then he'll blow his – that's a game over. No, in all actuality, they're the 2 seed, and behind them is Green Bay at the 3.
Okay.
I think these are the 3 best teams in the NFC. I think you can't really disagree with me on that.
You can't, no.
And then at the 4, we have the Cowboys. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yes.
It's tough.
I know.
But
I want to put Danny Dimes in there. Yeah. Oh, Danny Dimes might still be in here. We still haven't heard the wild.
Don't worry, he's not.
Okay.
But I don't think the Cowboys win a playoff game because I think the Vikings will take them out.
Yes.
Vikings are my 5 seed.
Okay.
And I have the 49ers as my 6 seed. Now, let me explain this. Yes, okay. 49ers are, 8-0 now? 8-0?
Yeah, they're the 1 seed. You have them falling all the way down to the 6 seed right now.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why once I pull up their schedule. But the schedule of the Vikings versus the 49ers are very, 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 very different. The Vikings, they play the Cowboys on Sunday night. I think they win. Then they play the Broncos. Then they play the Seahawks. That'll be a good game. I think they lose. Then the Lions, the Chargers, the Packers at home, and the Bears at home.
It's not the easiest schedule.
Yeah, but it's not hard. I mean, we'll probably lose to the Seahawks and the Packers. I don't see us losing to the Cowboys.
But losing to the Bears.
Not at home.
Okay, yeah, true.
Not at home, and not the way Mitchell's been playing.
No. Mitchell Trubisky has looked.
Yeah.
So that's overdone.
That's 2 or 3 losses, maybe. 2 or 3 losses.
Yeah.
Now, the 49ers have to play the Seahawks twice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Packers. The Ravens in Baltimore. Rams, which isn't a gimme. Rams is not a gimme.
No, it's not. They've already played them already this year, and they have won.
And the Saints.
All right, that's a tough schedule.
That's a tough schedule.
That's a very tough schedule down the stretch.
So
I can easily see 5 losses there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's tough. Okay. It's very tough. All right. Now for my NFC rankings. I do have the 49ers at the 1 seed just because I believe they're going to what?
because they're
they're undefeated, and also I can see them splitting the series with the Seahawks. I don't know if the Seahawks will win both games against them, and then I do think this team is for real. I really do. I think Kyle Shanahan has his team firing on all cylinders. They have Jimmy Garoppolo finally proved to me that he could play quarterback in the NFL last week, and that defense is legit. Like that defense is, say what you want, that defense is probably one of the best in the NFL, especially with Nick Bosa, who might be Defensive Rookie of the Year, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, I have the 49ers at 1. I have the Saints at 2 because I do agree with you that they're one of the top 2 teams in the NFC. I have the Packers at 3, same as you. Same as you again. I have Dallas at 4. And then I have the Seahawks at the 5 seed just because I think they'll be close to the 49ers, but I think the 49ers are ultimately going to win the division, but the Seahawks will be a close second. And then I have your Kirkiest Cousins-led Vikings at the 6th seed in the NFC playoff. And in the NFC Championship game, I'm going to throw a curveball here. Okay? All right? I have the Seahawks playing the Saints in the NFC Championship game.
Okay.
All right?
But you're wrong because I have the Saints.
All right, Seahawks. All right, Stephen A. Smith.
I have the Saints playing the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game. Yeah.
Interesting.
AFC Championship game, I have Baltimore and New England, as I said, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the Super Bowl is going to be, well, let me put it to you like this. 2 years ago, the Saints got robbed in the divisional round. Mm-hmm. Last year, they got robbed in the championship round. So guess where they're getting robbed this year?
In the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl to the Super Bowl MVP, Lamar Jackson. Baltimore wins the Super Bowl.
That has a certain ring to it.
I know, it's so weird, but it could happen.
It could definitely happen. It could absolutely happen.
But it's so weird.
I know. All right, here's the thing. I had the Bears playing the Chiefs before the season in the Super Bowl. I had the Chicago Bears. I had Mitchell Trubisky in the Super Bowl, and I want to go back and I want to hit myself in the head for that.
I had Colts versus Saints in the Super Bowl. Now,
but that's still possible.
It is technically still possible, even without Andrew Luck. And I also had the Saints losing because they're going to get robbed.
Yeah, of course. All right. Here's where I see this going.
Okay. I can't wait.
All right. When it's all said and done, I think it was, even though the Patriots lost this week.
Oh, no, don't say it. Don't say it.
Matt.
Don't say it.
I have to.
Don't say it.
We put our biases aside.
Don't say it.
We can on the show.
Don't say it.
But Bill Belichick saw everything John Harbaugh threw at him this week, and he knows how to play the Ravens now. And I think the Patriots ultimately win that AFC Championship game and go to the Super Bowl once again. And I think they play the Saints. I think this is the game. I know I have my Seahawks in the NFC Championship game, but I'm not biased here. I think the Saints are going to win that game. I think the Saints, this is the game that should have happened last year. I think this is a recompense for what happened last year, to use an SAT word there.
I'm so proud of you.
To show off my college education. But yeah, I think the football gods bring together the matchup that should have been last year with the Patriots playing the Saints. And I think Drew Brees wins his second Super Bowl.
Oh,
and
thank God.
Crushes Tom Brady into the sand,
thank God.
Forces him into retirement. Okay?
I needed that. Okay, good bounce back. Good bounce back.
Thank you. Because, first of all, the Saints' run defense is for real. And usually, I want to say the Patriots are usually – the whole thing with the Patriots is they usually have the biggest, toughest O-line in the sport every year. Every year. That's what Bill Belichick likes to do. He likes to have huge 350-pounders on that O-line. You're not going to get to Tom Brady. Their O-line is very decimated this year. They lost Isaiah Wynn. Shaq Mason isn't playing as well. They lost their Pro Bowl center, David Andrews, for the year. They have Mitchell Schwartz at left tackle. You heard that right. Or Marshall Newhouse. I think it's Marshall Newhouse. It's one of those. Okay, it's somebody with an M.
I think it's Newhouse.
I think it's Marshall Newhouse.
Don't quote me.
Okay. I think it's Marshall Newhouse at left tackle, who is not a Patriots level left tackle in this to Bill Belichick standards. They lost their kicker. They have been decimated. This is not that it is easier than not. It is the easiest to get to Tom Brady than it's been in the last couple of years.
it is Marshall Newhouse.
Yes, and the Saints have one of the best D lines in the sport. With who did they pick last year? Who's that guy? All right, Cameron Jordan, Sheldon Rankins, and
I'm just gonna let you play this one out.
I'm blanking on Davenport. Marcus Davenport. That's who they picked last year. So listen, that defense is legit. It's real. Marshawn Lattimore in that backfield with Von Bell, Marcus Williams. All right. Very legit defense. And plus, Drew Brees looked like he hadn't missed a step when he came back this week in place of Teddy Bridgewater, who did as good a job. He went undefeated.
Yeah.
Nobody thought we said if Teddy Bridgewater can go 3-3, the Saints are fine. He went undefeated without Drew Brees. Now Drew Brees stepped in like they hadn't missed a single step, and the Saints are looking as powerful as ever. I think this team is finally going to get the Super Bowl they have deserved over these past 2 or 3 years. And I think Drew Brees is holding up that Lombardi Trophy with his kids at the end of the season this year.
Okay.
All right. So did that make you feel better that I picked the Saints in the Super Bowl there?
All right. And we're gonna do the awards, right?
Oh, Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl MVP. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
It's Drew Brees.
No, Alvin Kamara.
Okay. All right. Let's run through these awards. What do you want to start with?
What you give your award? So let's start with MVP.
No, let's go least dramatic to dramatic. So we'll start with Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year.
We're gonna start with Coach of the Year. I have Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Okay. There's so many candidates this year.
I know, but I went with Matt LaFleur.
So many. All right. Kyle Shanahan.
Well, I would have had Shanahan, but I have him drop it to like 11-5. So
that's true. Okay. Here's the thing. I actually don't have Matt. I think Matt LaFleur comes in third place when it's all said and done. Because he has Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. So I just feel like that's a cop out there that he has one of the best quarterbacks in the sport. I think John Harbaugh is leading the race right now for Coach of the Year after what he did to the Patriots in New England with Lamar Jackson. So I'm going to go with John Harbaugh right now to win Coach of the Year because what he's doing with that team, what he's doing with Lamar Jackson is pretty special this year. All right, so what's the next word, Matt?
Comeback Player of the Year. And honestly, I mean, there are a few people, but if you don't put Dalvin Cook here, we're going to end the show right now, and I'm going to walk off.
Okay, yeah. I have Dalvin Cook as well, just because of the season he's having. Yeah. He's having one of the best seasons. He's arguably been the best running back in the sport this year.
Yeah.
Second best, Christian McCaffrey's. That is special year. But yeah, I agree with you. Dalvin Cook has looked very, 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 very good. All right, moving on.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. Bosa, I mean, has to be. I mean, you're gonna still say Devin Bush, aren't you?
No, I'm gonna go with Joey Bosa on this one.
Joey Bosa?
Nick Bosa, sorry. I apologize. So many Bosas. I'm gonna go with Nick Bosa on this one. He stepped in as a rookie and is already the best player on that 49ers D line.
And like there's talks of him winning Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Which is just insane. Now, I don't think he has the sacks to do it because I think he's roughly at 7.5, 8 sacks around that range. But I think he's going to rack them up. So I do think Defensive Rookie of the Year is definitely Nick Bosa, and he has a chance of winning Defensive Player of the Year this year too.
Yeah. Offensive Rookie of the Year. It looks like I was right when I picked Josh Jacobs earlier on.
I think you were very damn close, but I just...
Tell me it's Kyler Murray. Tell me it's Kyler Murray.
I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs.
Thank you. Yeah, you realized your mistake, didn't you?
I did. I chose Kyler Murray, which is not looking like a bad pick at the beginning of the season.
It's not, but mine's just looking...
Because he's going to come in second place. But it has been very weak this year with the offensive rookies. Very weak. But yeah, I think Josh Jacobs has been the most solid of all the he's been the most consistent, the most solid. And he's John Gruden's version of Alvin Kamara. Like, that's who he is. He'd like him to be a little more better in the passing game, but he's going to develop that over the years. So, yes, Josh Jacobs is definitely the offensive rookie of the year, in my opinion.
Defensive player of the year. I said it earlier. Bosa.
You're going Nick Bosa.
Going Bosa.
Wow.
Now, to be honest, when I wrote this, I just wrote Bosa, so I don't know if I meant Joey. But...
Don't think you meant Joey with the way the
think I did.
Chargers are playing, yeah.
No, so I think I have Nick Bosa. I mean, Shaquille Barrett's kind of died.
He has died down a little bit.
Kind of died.
But he is still top 5 in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
But here's what I'm thinking.
Who am I forgetting?
I'm going Myles Garrett. All right, the Browns have not been playing well.
He was my number 2.
Yes, is still tied for the league lead in sacks, and I think he has just been dominating. He's been one of the lone bright spots on the Browns this year. Myles Garrett is just a dominant force, and I think this is the year that he wins Defensive Player of the Year.
All right, MVP. Now,
Matt, you skipped Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing. I figured that's just the MVP.
No, it actually wasn't last year.
Well, Offensive Player of the Year is going to be McCaffrey, in my opinion.
I agree with you. I think it's
going to be McCaffrey.
Yeah.
All right, MVP. Now, Jake, let me just tell you. Hold on. Jake, this is a dangerous pick for me.
It's a dangerous pick?
It's a dangerous pick to go with Lamar Jackson.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much for that. Oh, my God. It was good, but I hate you. I hate you so much for that. Purple on you like that. All right. Anyway, first of all, F you. Second of all, I'm obviously going to go with the best quarterback in the sport. Matt, if you say Kirk Cousins, I'm going to slap you in the face.
No,
I'm going to go with the real dangerous quarterback, the Dangerous Mahomes. Wilson. Shut up. Dangerous Wilson. Russell Wilson has everything. He has to win an MVP. He has been due for so many years. He should have won it so many times. If Cam Newton didn't have that amazing 2015 season, Russell Wilson would have won it that year.
Remember when Russell Wilson should have won Offensive Rookie of the Year too? And he
didn't. He won Pepsi and Sporting News Offensive Rookie of the Year, but RG3 ended up winning it in the AP. Yeah. Oh, what a man. What a man. But yeah, I have Russell Wilson because he's the best quarterback in the sport this year. He deserves it. He's my guy. He has thrown, I believe, 22 touchdowns to 1 interception. That is unbelievable production. And he's in the top 5 in like quarterback rating, passing efficiency, passing yards, passing touchdowns. Like, this man has done it all year. He's going to lead the Seahawks to the NFC Championship game when the Seahawks should not be in the NFC Championship game. First of all, they don't have the defense for it this year. The defense is up and coming, but they definitely are not there yet. But he just bumps them up so much that I think Russell Wilson is going to win MVP this year.
All right. Now, moving on to the game picks. In case you missed it earlier, I have a 2-game lead, 82 wins to 80 wins. So this is great. But Jake blew it, and we're going to go through these. So, Jake, why don't you list off the games?
I just want to say something to my supporters out there.
What supporters?
Shut up. I have supporters. I just want to talk in the camera right now. I apologize for letting you guys down. I know you root for me over this a-hole across the screen from me. Listen, I'm gonna get it back. All right, I'm only down 2 games. I'm only down 2.
You're gonna come back this week.
I could come back this week, and you know what? I'm gonna come back by 7 games.
Oh.
Maybe dare I say 8 games. I'm coming back by. All right. I'm coming back with a fury this week. All right. You don't know what's coming.
All right. It's
gonna hit you, and you're not. Yeah. It's just gonna be like boom, and then you're on the ground. You're down 5 games, and it's gonna be. You didn't even see it coming. All right. Thursday Night Football, riveting matchup with the homeless Chargers against the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders. Matt, who you got?
I got the Vegas.
You got the Vegas Chargers. I'm kidding. The Vegas Raiders. The Chargers could be going to London. We don't know where their home is. They don't have a home in Los Angeles. I can tell you that.
No, they don't. And last week was a fluke against the Packers.
Yes.
That was a fluke.
But Melvin Gordon finally looked good, which is amazing for my fantasy team's sake because he's been on my bench for the last couple of weeks. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with the Raiders here. John Gruden, I picked against him last week. How are the Chargers favored in this game? Yeah, I picked against John Gruden last week. I will not pick against Chucky again. All right, Chucky for the win against the Chargers on Thursday Night Football. Derek Carr throws for 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, Offensive Rookie of the Year, runs for 2 touchdowns. I think it's a blowout in Oakland. All right, moving on. Matt, the game that
I hate it when you do this.
The game that every New York fan has waited for. The two worst teams potentially in the NFL. The New York Giants going against the New York Jets. What do you have?
Let me just say, if the Giants don't win this game, oh my gosh. I may give up.
Are coming off the worst loss in NFL history to the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, it's going to be I think it is going to be the Giants winning, but let me just say, oh my gosh, if they lose, I may actually cry. Like, I don't think you understand.
I'm going to enjoy that if they do lose.
Like, I was so depressed against the Cowboys on Monday. If they lose to the Jets, I can't.
You could not have told me that you thought the Giants were going to beat the Cowboys.
No, but I thought we were up 12-3 at one point. Oh, maybe we have a shot. No. They're the stupid cat.
You poor thing. You poor
stupid cat.
That was such a metaphor of your season.
I know. Right. Next game, you have the Giants. We all know it.
I do have the Giants. All right. Jets just looked like a sorry team. Okay. Lions at Bears.
Trubisky looks horrible. But so did the Lions.
The Lions defense looks horrible too.
You know, I have one mantra on the show. What's the mantra?
I don't know.
Don't bet the Lions.
It's true.
I'm going with the Bears.
But you bet the Lions last week, I'm pretty sure.
I believe you would be incorrect in that assumption.
Oh, shit. All right, my bad. All right, you're taking the Lions?
No, I'm taking the Bears.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused with the Lions. You brought up the Lions.
I said don't bet the Lions.
You're taking the Trubisky-led Bears?
Yeah.
The Trubisky-led Bears?
Yeah.
All right. Trubisky?
You're taking the Lions, obviously.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions. I think this is as good a game as any for the Lions to get back on track with their season. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Lions because the Bears that just look like utter doo-doo right now. Moving on, we're not going to go over this game, Matt. You got the Ravens. I got the Ravens. We both got the Ravens. All right, let's move on. All right, Bills at those Cleveland Brownies, Matt. Who you got?
I have the Bills, but let me just say Kareem Hunt scores a touchdown.
Kareem Hunt scores a touchdown.
A touchdown.
Wow, what a bold prediction that from Matthew Luca. I don't know if I can recover from that bold prediction. That was such a hot take. Oh my God. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take the Browns in this one.
Why?
Okay, here's my thing. All right. First of all, I gotta pick against you in I gotta make some shocking picks this week if I want to get back on top. You gotta go high risk, high reward. This is the Bills the Bills offense is not has its flaws. Yeah, has lots of flaws. Then their number one flaw, as good as he is Josh Allen. Josh Allen could go off 3 picks in any game, and so can Baker.
Yeah.
Obviously, which I think he probably will in this game with that Bills defense. But listen, I think the Bills have had a fluky season at 6-2. I'm not saying they're not good because they're very good, but I just think the Browns have to win this game. Yeah. They have to, or else it is utter chaos in Cleveland, or else Freddie Kitchens is getting fired. Freddie Kitchens' job is on the line this week. Baker needs to play well for once. They just need to get their stuff together, and I think they have the urgency in Cleveland right now has to be in an all-time high to win this game. Yeah. So I think the Browns are going to pull this one out.
Okay.
And they're actually favored in this game by 3. So there's that. Chiefs at Titans.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with the Chiefs on that one. Yeah. Let me just write this down here. All right, moving on. All right, the rivalry, which has been good over the past couple of years, but is not good this year. The Falcons at the New Orleans
Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Saints on this one. The Falcons have looked, again, like an utter doo-doo team. All right. Moving on. This is a matchup of the Reds right here. Cardinals at Buccaneers.
I don't get the Buccaneers, man, but I'm going to pick the Buccaneers.
This could actually be a pretty fun game to watch. Shockingly. I'm going to go with Cardinals.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Cardinals in this one because
you need games.
I need games, and I have to pick against you. That's just what I have. We have to have different games. And I think Jameis, when he gets pressured, he panics. Okay? And Chandler Jones is going to get that pressure on him. Like, he's one of the best pass rushers in the sport. So I have no doubt that Chandler Jones is going to get to the quarterback this week. And listen, I think the Cardinals, Cliff Kingsbury is getting away from the air raid offense. He's putting in some NFL concepts into his offense every single week, and it's been working out for him. They almost came back against the 49ers last week, and I think the Cardinals are actually, like, their future's looking brighter and brighter, and I think they play well against the Buccaneers this week enough to win.
Okay.
So I'm going to get the Cardinals this week, and I think Kyle Murray has a very good game. I think this is a shootout, and this game goes into overtime, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice. So I'm going to put that in parentheses right now, OT.
Okay.
All right. Do we have to pick this one? Dolphins at Colts. Do we have to do that?
It's Colts.
Okay, awesome. All right. Yeah, I'm taking the Colts too. I think this is a trap game for the Dolphins, all right? The Colts just came off a loss.
Stop. Next game. I don't even want to deal with you right now.
Okay. Moving on. The Christian McCaffrey, no longer Cam Newton led Panthers going into Lambeau. Packers coming off of a shocking loss to the Chargers.
Yeah, the Packers are going to kill them this week.
You think the Packers are going to kill the Panthers?
Well, kill them meaning between 7 and 14 points.
Man, we don't talk about killing on this podcast.
They will dismantle them limb by limb.
Thank you. That's better. Thank you.
Yes.
Very much. Okay. This is actually a very tough one.
Yeah, it is. But I think the Packers just coming off that loss.
Yeah.
And them being home, they're going to be ready.
All right. Here's the thing. I need to pick against you.
I need to pick
against you. No. No. Don't write it down. I just dropped my pen. If the Panthers would have put up more of a fight against the 49ers, that would have influenced my decision in this game.
But they didn't.
But they didn't. So I'm going to go with the Packers.
Okay.
Just because the Panthers hadn't really shown that they could beat that impressive team this year. And I think the Packers, they're gonna be pissed off after losing to the Chargers in that fashion last week. So yeah, I think the Packers win this game. As much as I have to pick against you, I also have to pick correctly. So
it's true.
Yeah. Rams at Steelers. After the Steelers are coming off, and Adam Vinatieri laces in missed field goal to win the game. So the Steelers are flying high right now at 4-4. I never thought the Steelers would have 4 wins this year. I think anybody thought the Steelers would be 4-4 at this point, especially. Yeah. So the Rams at the Steelers. Who you got?
I got the Rams.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
So you're going with the...
I'm gonna go with the Rams. Shut up. I'm not gonna go with the Steelers here.
Okay.
The Rams. I mean, the Steelers lost in a fluke last week. Adam Vinatieri couldn't hit a field goal, which I never thought I'd ever say. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams in this one. Remember, I have to pick correctly. I need to pick a minimum of 3 games differently than you. That's all I need.
Okay.
So Vikings at Cowboys.
This one's weird to me because, well, I'm gonna pick the Vikings. So let's get that out of the way. Mm-hmm. But like the Cowboys are 5-3, but they play like 3-5.
Yes, they do.
They do, and that's why I have the Vikings.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys
because it's a primetime game. Kirk's away, and it's You
just took my argument out of my mouth.
500. Okay. Now, did you know that Kirk Cousins has only lost like 2 sets of 2 games in a row?
Okay, but he's lost 2 games in a row.
But following a loss, he's like 35-3 or something stupid like that.
Okay, well, it's about to be 35-4.
Oh, pardon me. Okay.
All right, yeah, I got the Cowboys in this one. In Jerry World, I think the Cowboys looked like they finally got back on track with that win against the Giants last week. Their offense finally looked better in the second half of that game. Given it is the Giants, but I think Kirk just chokes in prime time, so we're going to see the Cowboys win this one. All right, moving on. The Monday Night Football matchup. We have finally the NFL put a good game on Monday night. Thank you, NFL. Seahawks at 49ers. Who you got?
Now, you see, here's the thing. You have to pick different from me. So if I say the Seahawks, that means that you're bound to pick the 49ers, aren't you?
I already picked my 3 games. I have to pick differently than you.
Yeah, I have the Seahawks winning this game.
All right, here's my thing. I think the Seahawks and the 49ers are going to split the series this year. So I am going to give this game to the 49ers.
Wow, what a fake fan. Fake fan.
I'm not a fake fan.
Fake
Shut
fan.
the hell up.
Fake fan.
I need to be right, Matt. I need to be right.
Fake fan.
Oh, No, I'm not. I told you, I thought the Seahawks are going to split the series. Because they do. They do it with the 49ers every year. Even when the 49ers were 2-14, they still split the series with them that year.
Big fan.
Because the Seahawks, I'm realistic, okay? I'm not a fake fan. Shut the hell. I'm realistic. The Seahawks split the series with the 49ers when the 49ers were 2-14.
That's just because you're bad.
Shut up. Okay. We went to the playoffs that year.
Ooh,
all right. So yeah.
All
right. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the 49ers in this one. As much as it pains me to go against my Seahawks, I have to be realistic and I have to beat you in these picks.
Okay.
Now this isn't like I would be more than happy if the Seahawks won this game. So this is just like a
pride pick.
This is a pride pick. Like I need to get. This is like a little.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win.
It really is.
All right. So we have 5 different games again this week.
Yeah.
So you could overtake me by 3, or I could get up by 7 this week. Well,
true.
So it should be fun.
It should be fun. All right. So what games do we have differently here?
The Seahawks game, the Vikings game, the Buccaneers game, the Bills game, the Bears game.
All right.
A lot of B's in there.
Can you say that again, please?
Bills and Lions.
Okay.
No, Bears and Lions.
Okay.
Bills and Browns.
Okay.
Buccaneers and whoever they're playing. Cardinals. Vikings, Cowboys, and Seahawks, 49ers.
Okay. So I just need to mark those off for me to be paying extra close attention to that game.
Yeah.
Those games. I need to get back in front. I can't stand losing. I don't like it. So yeah. All right. So that concludes this segment of the Frontrunners Podcast. We're going to be back again next week with a new college football playoff ranking.
We're going to have to do this every other week.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that basically every week until the college football playoffs happen. We might need to update our bowl predictions every week because already our bowl predictions are
they're already wrong.
They're already wrong again.
Next we'll have Minnesota in the playoffs, so.
Shut the hell up. You know Penn State's going to obliterate Minnesota. PJ Fleck did just get extended, though.
Good for him.
They jumped on that when that Florida opened. Oh, yeah. Minnesota was like, we ain't losing him. We are not losing that guy that brought us to 8-0 for the first time since the 40s.
Yeah. About to be 9-0.
Shut up. Shut up. Minnesota's going to fall out of the top 25 when they lose to Penn State this week.
It depends. If they lose by like 2 points, they'll go down, but they won't fall out.
I think it's going to be 30-7.
I'm writing that.
Write that down.
Okay.
30-7, Penn State.
All right. Well, that's
a
good way to end.
Yeah, this concludes our episode of Frontrunners Podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys next week.
Take care.